Good morning, student Stego. How are you doing today?
I'm alright. It sure is hot today, even though it was cold and rainy only yesterday. Must be all that global warming.
While it is true that I agree today is quite hot, I must correct you on your use of the term global warming to what we call climate change.
What do you mean, teacher T-Rex? Climate change? What is that?
Climate is the average temperature in a specific region, or even globally, over a prolonged period of time. Just like how you said the weather was cold yesterday but hot today, that is an observable effect of climate change.
But teacher, I don't see how that's any different from global warming. Aren't they the same thing?
Oh goodness, no! The distinction between climate change and global warming is as vast as the distinction we make between our Saurischia and Ornithischia dinosaur kin.
Oh my meteorite! I can't believe I made such a big mistake. But what is the difference, if I may ask?
You're being too hard on yourself, my bird-hipped pupil. I will tell you now. Global warming is commonly defined as the upward trend in temperature over a long time period. In fact, since 1880, the average worldwide surface temperature has gone up by about 0.8 degrees Celsius, or 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Although climate change also has to do with higher temperatures, it also encompasses phenomena such as ice caps melting, sea levels rising, and extreme weather changes similar to the one you noted happening this morning. Where'd you go?
I am here, teacher.
Ah, there you are. As I was saying...
No, it's all so clear to me now. I feel like a new dino. But my crustaceous mentor, I don't understand. Why is the Earth being affected by such extreme events?
It is a tragedy. Most of our scientific community has come to the conclusion that climate change is caused by the so-called greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect is when the different gases in the atmosphere, such as carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, certain chlorofluorocarbons, trap the heat radiated from the suns to maintain a warm temperature. However, the recent increased accumulation of these gases are trapping more heat, causing the Earth to warm up faster. This began around the end of the 20th century because of the Industrial Revolution, which released many different fossil fuel emissions into the air. After these fossil fuels were released, many others followed, causing an upward trend in temperatures over time.
Fossils?
Don't think about it too hard. Which reminds me, how's your Spanish?
Oh no, is there a Spanish test today? I didn't study.
What? Of course not. This is not a Spanish class. I'm talking about El Niño and La Niña.
El Nino? El Nina? What is that?
They're pronounced as El Niño and La Niña. This translates to the little boy and the little girl in Spanish. You really need to work on pronouncing your ñas, student Stego. Anyways, back to the topic at hand. El Niño and La Niña are cyclic shifts in climate change that occur at different times in the year. While El Niño causes warmer temperature shifts in the Pacific Ocean, La Niña does the opposite and causes colder temperature shifts.
But teacher, I don't understand what makes climate change such a harmful thing. Fluctuations between cold and hot weather don't sound so bad. It's not like we're talking about an ice age or anything like that.
While that may be true, there is a broader range of impact of climate change than can be seen on the surface. These variations in temperature contribute to the warming of the ocean. Through the process of thermal expansion, the increase in temperature causes an expansion in the volume of the seawater. Warm seawater has a greater volume than cold seawater, which causes a rise in overall sea levels. Additionally, warmer sea temperatures can cause ice caps to melt, which increases the overall sea levels even more. Climate change also leads to an increased frequency and severity of storms, which in turn can cause major flooding. This has been seen in recent years with all of the tropical storms that have been devastating the planet. Oh no, none of this. It is not as gloomy as you think. There is still so much that we can do.
Really?
Things like reducing and filtering the toxic waste of factories, reducing deforestation, and increasing efforts to decrease greenhouse gas emission to the atmosphere.
I see. I feel like a weight has been lifted off the spikes on my back.
Not so fast there, my pupil. It is not enough to merely know that potential solutions exist. We must act in order to bring about change. In order for this to work, we have to get out there and make it happen by doing things such as making use of renewable energy resources, recycling, and using fuel-efficient forms of transportation.
You're right. In fact, tomorrow I'm gonna walk to school instead of taking the pterodactyl train.
Now that's the spirit. But anyways, that's enough of this talk for today. After all, this is a macroeconomics class. Please open your book. We really must begin.
But, teacher, I have one last question.
What is it?
Aren't we supposed to be extinct?